get the 20-second buffer. And there we go. Dark screen. We might be live. We might not.
Okay.
And can anybody hear us out there in the world?
Can anybody
Hey,
hear?
we are live.
All right.
All right.
Fucking A. We took off again. Woohoo!
So I'll start.
Please
Goddamn
do.
me. Well, let's get that out of the way. Tom Knauss, how the hell are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Life's not too bad. I'm busy,
Oh, all right.
but that's okay. I'm busy getting to do all excuse work for this shitty show.
Ah, damn.
Welcome to it. You've classed it up already. Thank you.
Wow, this is an honor. This is an honor of a lifetime. I don't know how I'm ever going to recover from it.
Yeah,
Suicide.
This is wow, that's savage. Since this is your first time on the show, we have to ask you our typical, like, legitimate questions before we just start shooting the shit and making this a terrible show that it is known for.
Bill Webb, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, definitely.
definitely.
God. So, how long have you been writing for Frog God and Necromancer games? Did you write for the old Necromancer? You did, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't.
thought you
I
did.
actually, yeah, no, I didn't. I actually submitted something to, I think Bard's Gate like years ago, and it got turned down, probably because it was a little too avant-garde for the time. So, whatever.
Well, yeah,
it kind of stopped after Bard's Gate for a while. So
Yeah, yeah. So
You can
I
tell
think it
yourself
didn't
it's
come
that.
out. Hmm.
Yeah, Bard's Gate had some. The first Bard's Gate had some production snafus. There was a lot of confusion what was going in and what wasn't going into that book, so it may have just gotten lost in the crossfire.
Well, I feel better now.
Yeah, yeah.
you're
well,
too good for it, dude.
Yeah. So what was your first Frog God product?
What was your first product? What first product?
No, we're gonna go backwards into that because he's a
boss.
old time
First
Pathfinder
product was
writer.
Razor Coast.
Razor Coast.
Yes.
Razor Coast.
This is
And
the main builder
actually,
of Honda Razor.
Who we were just talking about a few minutes ago, Tim Hitchcock was the one who got me onto Razor Coast.
Yeah, I
Well-
remember that because that was the first year that my wife, Northwest Jen, went to Gen Con, and she was so impressed with this writer who was grabbing people and forcing them to buy books and came up with this Slumbering Czar challenge.
Whoa.
If you can hold the book out in one hand longer than Tom Knauss, you get a discount on the book.
Yeah, pretty much.
An alpha
Yeah.
move, dude.
No, we totally remember that.
Yeah,
That-
that was fun. That was a good time. I had a blast at that con with Jen in the booth. And,
Yeah.
You know,
No.
I've
had
never
a
been to
goof
Gen
off.
Con.
It's worth going to. I like going to it, but if it's it is a giant spectacle more than a convention. It's a spectacle because it's just the entire city just gets enraptured in this whole Gen Con thing, and it's
Yeah.
like
So it's like a tiny little like sphere of nerds exploded and expanded like a universe ball, huh?
Yes.
Everywhere you go.
it's like the aftermath of a football game in a college campus, except
Yeah.
it lasts for 5 days instead of like one night.
Well, yeah, at least 5 days. There's the pre-convention getting there. There's the
Right.
people who miss their flight, which I was one of those.
I
And
wasn't gonna say.
poor Tom cannot fly anywhere
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
at any convention, which will be a subject we'll bring
by a
up.
wicked birth.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So Razor Coast, and then you decide that these guys weren't so bad as you thought, and you could keep going, huh?
Yeah, so I did the Razor Coast stuff, and Lou, who is, I guess, project managing that,
Mhm.
said, do you want to write an adventure? I'm like, okay, I can write an adventure. So I wrote an adventure that goes into the heart of the Razor, which was Sinful Whispers. And then Razor Coast comes out, and then I don't remember if it was Bill said, do you want to do anything else for us? We really like you. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do? And he says, we have this idea for environmental books. Do you want to
Zach's
start
got
writing
it right
them?
there.
And that was the first one. So at first I was kind of like, I don't
And then you
know.
should have said no, dude. Allow me to.
Things
They're
would be a
cool
lot
books,
different if I said no, though. I would be probably working for somebody else, or I wouldn't be doing this anymore at all. So,
but these
yeah.
were hard to write. They weren't like usually when they think stuff up, and I think I'll call that a whatever. You have to actually know the real terms are, man. That's
Yeah,
like
no,
research.
that all those books had a lot of research. That's why it was kind of like those things that, well, somebody else want to do it. Like, oh man, I got to read books and I got to learn all this stuff, and oh
Well,
man,
the good
that's a
news is
headache.
when I saw what you had done and how much they just kept pushing on you and how many last minute things they're like, oh, Tom will do it, which always put in the wrong bad position because you're reliable. I asked you, I remember, what is it you really want to write?
Hmm.
And that has become Toal.
That has become Tuwal, and we have actually inched up today. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
good to see. Pex is hard at work. I know. I was really breaking his chops about doing that. So
Yeah,
You stay on, dude. He can get lazy.
let's scan
that guy
through
is a
this.
machine.
He
He's
is.
got like a schedule for me, and
I know.
actually last night they're asking me like, who's the guy who reached out to us? Is he your agent or your representative? I'm like,
That's
You
no,
know
funny.
what? He's going to be now.
yeah, he feels like it because everyone's like, who is this guy? You got an agent? I didn't know that. I think that impressed them because these guys were like real comedians. So I think when they had like an agent, quote unquote agent, reach out to them, they're like, oh man, this guy must be something big. And then they heard me like, yeah, no, never mind.
Well, the funny thing is, he actually acts exactly like that. I never thought of the agent part, but he will get really busy and make you do lots of things that he thinks are important to you. Ask Finch.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, when he talked to me about it, he was like, "So when can we pencil Tom in to get on Goddammit Zach?" And I was like, "What are these words you're saying? I don't understand what you're
I
asking
don't
me."
want Telus on our show. That's what my response was.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no.
That sucks, huh? I got
Yeah,
Zach Finch.
well,
You got Telus.
I'd like to get his bank from his Kickstarter. That would be happy. I'd be happy
Yeah.
with
He
that.
spends it
Yeah.
on cocaine and hookers, dude.
Uh,
Whoa.
well, who doesn't?
Well, everybody in Simple Whispers did. So,
So
talk
talk to us about this book.
yeah, tell us first of all why you decided that this was what you wanted to approach, and then when you were sorry how big it gotten, how much work it became.
Oh my God, it became so much work because I started off as thinking I was going to be a simple, humble writer who would just churn out this material. And next thing I know, I'm project managing and coordinating artists and going through Casey and then going through cartography, then going through the editor, then dealing with the two writers who were working for me. And it was just like,
And
oh
then
my,
some guy says, "Well, do it. Talk to the project manager."
I was like,
Or
holy crap. Yeah, talk to that project manager. I said, yeah, that's Zach. He's like, no, it's you. I'm like, what? It's me. When did this happen? I didn't hear anything about it. So
they did. Someone told it was you.
yeah, you told me it was me. So it's
Damn
like,
right.
oh, damn.
Oh,
It
Okay.
wasn't me.
Zach,
That's
you
all I
have
knew.
learned you have learned well.
No,
Yeah,
honestly,
he's
here's the thing.
the art of
This was a
delegation.
project you worked very, very hard on.
Yeah.
And I think that in order to make sure it got all the attention it deserved, you'd better that you are the one going, hey, that's the wrong piece of art, or hey, I worked really hard in that section, just tore out, or whatever. And you would treat the project with the respect that it deserved. It was really a lot of work.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, and it was something I really wanted to do. Like like you were saying, when I was offered the opportunity to do anything I wanted, and this was what I wanted to do. It's really because I really wanted to bring this culture and civilization to life for an entire generation of RPG fans who really have had no exposure to it. We were younger. I'm old.
Right.
I'm older than everyone here, so I remember
Barely.
C1.
Go easy, old man.
I know.
You're not older than Steve Winter, who signed this box.
I might
No,
be close, but
in my mind, you're not.
okay. So,
Yeah.
it was basically, I remember the old deities and demigods that had the Central American mythos in it. I thought this is really cool stuff,
C1.
but
Yep.
yeah, and then it kind of like, there was the Mastika, but that kind of disappeared kind of quickly. So.
Well, they had 50 settings come out a month, and it's getting hard to keep
Right,
up.
right. That was the whole thing, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure that this was really more from the Mesoamerican point of view, and that's one of the things we were very careful about making sure we did with this project was to make
So
sure it was centered on that.
No,
Yeah.
that turned out very well because Hector did a nice job, and he didn't have that many corrections for you for working for that long.
Yeah,
It's
no,
really
no,
easy
no.
to do stuff you don't know you're doing. So
Right, right. Sometimes there are subconscious things you don't think about, and you don't realize that that's, oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, so then fine, you're right, and looking at it, you're correct, and we made the changes. So.
and it actually makes you also feel better because it is nothing would be more horrifying than you putting this much effort into it and not realizing you insulted Skeeter, for example.
Right. Well, if I insult Skeeter, I
Nobody
mean,
cares about that. I mean,
yeah.
Well,
let's cut to the chase.
you would take me umbrage on behalf of the half the world, Scooters. Anyway,
Untrue.
no, but it turned out great. And I was reading through the manuscript, and was just impressed because it really has a good feel to it. It doesn't feel like the Mystique at all, right?
No, totally different. Totally different. And again, that was the one thing the one thing that was easier about the main book is that I predominantly wrote it. I wrote like 90% of the main book,
You
including
did that,
the
Tim Hitchcock?
other parts. No, Hitchcock didn't do any of the main book.
Yeah. Boom, he said.
No, he did the adventures. So he did 2 of the adventures, and Rob Manning did 2 of the adventures, and Rob did some stuff on the main book, and parts of it. But the heavy duty crunch and the whole background and everything else was that was all me. So it was easier to make it feel cohesive when it was predominantly just me writing it.
We always use Edwin.
Oh.
I just wrote some stuff for Whispering Venom. I'm gonna need to use Edwin for it because he's a beast and does it quickly. I would sit there and just prevaricate. So,
yeah, no. So I gotta go.
Challenge would be. So anyway.
Okay, well, we're done.
Okay.
No,
well, that was a great show. I enjoyed it a lot. Thanks for having me.
Or Razor Coast.
Yeah, so I went to Razor Coast, and then from Razor Coast,
before that, who was your first project? Period.
My first project ever that I was like an open call submission. I submitted some, I think, armor to Arms and Armor, a book by Bastion Press in like 2000. Bastion, actually, Jim Butler is now the I think brand manager at Paizo. He was the owner of Bastion Press in the day.
No, that was my first start on Spells and Magic from Bastion Press. That's how I got started.
You did one called Wormwood too, right?
I did Wildwood. That came later. So I think the first actual thing that I was like writing was this adventure called Love Forlorn by a company called Rock Games, which I'm sure is long since gone. But and actually it was kind of funny because the other person who wrote an adventure for Rock Games, there's only 2. One was me and the other one was Patrick Loringer.
Oh,
ooh,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's another crazy story.
All right.
I actually, after I had done some credits for Bastion, I went to Mongoose, and they wanted me to do the complete. The quintessential rogue. I talked to Matt Sprange. He's like, "Do you want to do the quintessential rogue?" And I was like, first, I was a newbie, so I was like, and they said it's like 96 pages. Like 96 pages. Oh my god,
that's insane. Says the guy
that's
who
so
wrote it.
long. I don't think I can do that. So I kind of said, I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I could do something shorter. So I said, okay, and they gave the 96-page quintessential rogue to Mike Merles.
Oh well, they were sorry about that.
Well, just throwing that one out there. Just saying,
we just
I brushed with big names in the past, so.
And history was made.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
Well, I have projects for you once you're done with this one, but I won't tell you yet. They're all long and hard, and no one will appreciate you till it's over.
Oh well, that's fine.
Isn't that the way all RPGs go?
Right. Yeah. You don't feel you're working in RPG until you feel punished.
Yeah.
Well, I got that covered for you, dude.
Yeah,
that's
basically that's how it goes.
Right. You don't feel pain. You're not doing this right. You're doing it wrong.
As a project manager doing it this time, did you see it differently? Just the process than you expected?
Totally. I did.
Was it easier than you thought?
No, more difficult. Because I'm so accustomed to just turning over the writing and just saying, okay, here, you run with it. I wrote it. You do the art and you do the, you get in touch with the editor and you get in touch with the maps and you do all that stuff. And I'll just keep churning words on a page. And then, as I'm doing it, it's like, I need more art orders. I need more maps. Look at these maps. Are they okay? Look at this. Is this okay? Send this to the editor. Coordinate this with the conversion person. Send this to this
Copy
person.
me on that. That's what
It's like, oh my God. It's like, fortunately I can keep on top of it. But it is difficult. So it was much more difficult than I thought.
Well, it's important on ones like this that are a lot of books that are interrelated to have somebody who really understands it, to make sure that when the maps show up, people are looking at them correctly, and you'll see something quick that no one else would see.
Yeah.
Until the day it was released, then 5 people would tell us right away.
Yeah, no, exactly. So you want to make sure you got it right. So, and that's always your fear. I still, for like 20 years after college, I still woke up with the fear I missed a class.
No,
That
I
that
have that
nightmare.
problem with. I fear of misformation at the Naval Academy.
Uh,
So,
Yeah. Zach still has nightmares about the maps from Rappahannock too.
I do.
uh,
So wakes up
yeah,
screaming in the middle of the night.
yeah. Every I see those pass across the Discord server every now and then. I'm like,
Oh boy.
yikes.
Yeah. So what is your next project gonna be? Can you
I can
talk
tell
about
you.
it? Do
Oh,
Well,
you
let
do
me
you
tell you
know?
my little side project that I'm
Ooh,
doing.
your side
My
hustle?
s- my side hustle, and that is going to be a card game.
What?
Um,
what?
yeah, it's a card game. I've done the prototypes. We're doing a little play testing. It's going to be called Bitch and Moan, and it's going to be exactly that.
I want to buy it.
You get to bitch and moan.
I think you mentioned this to me briefly before, and I
I
wanted to buy it.
did, I
I still
did,
do.
I did. I was like,
I
dude,
I feel
so.
like we don't even need the game. I have won. I am this reigning champion so far.
Oh, but you got it's more than just you doing the bitching moaning. You have to do it as a character. So
I
there's
I
This
feel
kid is
like
a
I
character.
am perfect at this.
okay, well, good. I'll zoom it. We'll play test it with you and Jen and whoever else we can grab.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Hmm
The expansion deck's bitchier and moanier.
Yeah, they're going to be even bitchier and moanier.
Even bitchier.
Exactly. So I
Well,
already have the expansion decks like sitting here that I've already worked on.
I have to
Rustic bitch deck.
say,
Right on, dude.
uh, I think it was last Gamehole Con when we got to be together.
Yep.
My wife Jen and I got to play in Tom's game of Call of Cthulhu, and it was set in a school,
Oh boy,
and it
I
cracked
remember that.
everybody up because I actually had to tell Jen to dial it down a little bit because she was so excited and she was going berserk. But it was great. Tom is a fantastic uh, game controller and not even a game master. The pacing and just the way he runs stuff live is really fun. It's very engaging. It really gets you involved, and it's a great time. So if anybody has an opportunity, get in one of Tom's games.
No, you know about detention, right? That was
Hmm
the detention
Yeah,
was.
the detention club, right? And that
Yeah.
was when I ran it and I saw Skeeter and Jen were in it. I'm like, okay. And then Skeeter walks up to me before it even starts. He goes, "I read these characters. This is going to go off the rails really quickly." And I said, "That's perfectly fine. I
Yeah.
want it to go off the rails. I want this to be Gonzo gaming. That's what I want." So,
So,
and
he
Jen
can handle it. He
was
ran a
very
Call of Cthulhu for us that
enthusiastic.
was like that, with my name in it. Damn it.
Yeah, it
Nice.
was a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
yeah, no, that was a fun game. I enjoyed running that one, and I was hoping I could do it at NCRPG again. It was on the list to be run, but unfortunately, that didn't come to pass. So,
One
Yeah,
day
that
we'll
was.
be able to game in person again.
yeah, hopefully, Total Con. We'll see. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
That's
still
what
a little
I'm
ways
pulling for that
off.
one too because I like
So,
my queen is there. So Angelia.
oh,
So
Angelina, yeah, she's very nice. It's a really a great, it's a great setup. It's a great
except for Talanian,
venue.
he's
It's
cool.
well run. There's Jeff Talanian who was next
No,
to us last year.
yeah, that's kind of a downside though because he like works hard, makes it look bad.
Uh, well, he's a one-man crew, so remember
Yeah,
we
no,
have like
exactly. We're four man
multiple
crew and he outworks
people.
us.
Well, and he's all
Right.
hopped up on Moxie, so
Man,
that's
that is like poison, dude.
yeah.
Ugh.
So, since TotalCon is a little bit closer to you than some of the other cons there, Tom, are you going to have to fly into that one as well? I mean, let's get into this whole
Mm.
flying
No,
issue.
no, it's a drive for me. So that's why I
Oh
love
man,
Total Con. It is so awesome that I don't
He's
have to fly.
leaving on a
for
jet plane.
for years, every time I've
I
heard
know.
about Tom leaving a convention, he gets stuck in an airport somewhere.
On the way too. On his way to the
Yeah.
convention, he'd be there 2 days
No,
late.
I've actually never been late for a convention.
No,
I've
weren't
had
you like a day late?
problem.
I thought when a flight was canceled.
No, you're right. You're right. I was 2 days late for Gary Con because we had the quote unquote snowpocalypse came through. And then I think I was a day late for
Texas one year
I think Texas. You're right. Texas 1 year because it was
because it wasn't the same without you. That's what I'm telling you.
What is wrong with your
That's so
airport,
memorable.
man?
It's Newark Airport. Have you ever been there?
No.
Okay.
Why would I go there? There,
because
it
it's an awesome
Because
obviously,
he
place.
likes to play
obviously you
aftermath.
can't fly in and out of it. So why would I go
No, no,
there?
it's not so much Newark. The problem has been a lot of the times it's been O'Hare, because I fly American a lot, so I fly American into O'Hare, and then from O'Hare I have to go wherever I have to go, and it's always the problem is with the connecting flight that the connecting flight's always late or it's
You have
delayed.
to go all the way around the airport to get that last flight. There's always a terminal
Never
furthest from
go to
you.
Well,
O'Hare.
last Gamehole Con, this is what they did to me. This is an example. I flew from Madison into Chicago, into O'Hare.
Oh,
So the flight's
wow.
supposed to be 2 o'clock, leaving Sunday, or I think it was Sunday afternoon, to come home to New Jersey. I swear to God, the plane was sitting there. The person was there. They were doing all the checking stuff. They were ready to go. And at 1:45, they go, the 2 o'clock flight is canceled. I'm like, why? The plane is here. Everyone's here. Said 2 o'clock plane is canceled. You're going to have to go and rebook. So of course everyone's scrambling around, and I was
Dude.
able to rebook at 6 o'clock. But the one year I was stuck overnight in O'Hare. I had to stay up all night, and I flew out at 5 a.m. to Philadelphia.
That was
Then I
probably
had
a
to
wise move. Did you saved yourself some degrading stuff by not sleeping?
Oh no, there was no way. There was no way I was sleeping on the communal cot. That wasn't happening.
I'd rather sleep in the lobby at Gen Con.
Yes, I would have rather slept outside or in an empty plane than
Yeah,
do
the
that.
last the
So
last time we were at Gen Con, I think it was, and we flew to O'Hare. They canceled our flight, and we happened to have family that was relatively close, so we were able to call them at like 1 in the morning and say, "Hey, can we crash at your place? And can you come get us?"
And they were like,
Yeah. And then we had to turn around like 4 or 5 hours later and go back to the airport. Oh, it's just horrible.
no, I remember seeing you guys there.
Yeah.
I remember you were in Indianapolis Airport because I
Yeah.
had like a 6 a.m. flight, and I remember you
Oh,
posting
was it
like the heck.
two
Indianapolis?
hobos crossing
It
I
the
was
don't
in
night.
remember
Huh?
which one.
Indianapolis. It was Indianapolis because I remember you guys saying you were stuck, and I always took the 6 a.m. flight on Monday morning because I just stayed up the entire night.
Yeah.
And
As you
I'm
do.
in the airport, and then I saw you guys there. I'm like, oh God, you guys are still here? Like, yeah, we just got here.
Yeah, we
Whatever
just got
happened,
back.
we just got back. So
Yeah.
yeah, but fortunately, TotalCon is a drive for me. And North Texas, I other than the one time I've been late, I think it's been fairly smooth, except a few delays. But I
Well,
was able to get out.
DFW, there's not that much like weather that's a problem, or it lasts 5 minutes. And it actually works like an airport as opposed to O'Hare.
Yeah, well, DFW I always found was like if you went out in the afternoon, like mid late afternoon, that the range was just the thunderstorms would just start popping up,
The
and you always had a
craziest thing
delay.
that happened at DFW is I flew in there and Ian McGarty flew in. So we decided to go to the hotel. He had rented a car and we could not get out of the airport.
That I believe.
Every road we were on, we were one road
Oh
off of
wow.
where we were supposed to be to get on the freeway, and the GPS wouldn't recognize where the
Dude,
road was.
Ian was
We
training,
spent
dude.
like a half an hour driving around the airport trying to get out and just couldn't.
Oh wow, that's
Oh
crazy.
man.
Dude, you don't trust McGarvey. He was taking it on Boston, and he wasn't that much better there. So,
Uh,
Oh, he's fine there.
no, he's not.
Sure
So,
he is.
well, if you guys fly into TotalCon, you can always fly into Newark, and I could pick you up and bring you
No.
up.
Absolutely
car.
not. I'm flying into Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got to get a connecting flight from Seattle.
I
There's
don't
no
know.
way you fly direct from Seattle to Manchester, New Hampshire.
No, I think I fly into. I don't know. I do have a connection somewhere, but it's like I don't know, South Carolina or some weird shit.
Probably
It's
Charlotte.
yeah,
Yeah.
could be Charlotte, yeah. But the flight was cheap. It gets me there when I want to be there, and it's easy for somebody to come get me. I don't have to. I mean, I love Dave DeRocha. He came and got me last time
Mm-hmm.
because he happened to be in Boston. But man, the traffic in Boston is ridiculous. Those roads are not built for cars. They're built
No.
for horses.
Yeah, I spent the week in Boston, and it was easy to get around mass transit, but I could not imagine having to drive around there. It was just crazy. The streets are
They
narrow. There's
spent
nowhere to
like
park.
$12 billion digging a great big hole to relieve that problem, and it didn't do it. It just
Yeah.
didn't
No,
do that.
but that was the Great Dig, right?
Yep,
I can
Big
remember
Dig.
hearing them. The Big Dig or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I don't
all
think
I know is
dig
that
was the word.
No, I don't know if you want to repeat the word, but most people called it. But
Heyo.
hey,
so, Tom, in
Mm-hmm.
the adventure with Tawal,
Mhm.
you have just much like Maztica had the extra ones. You have a couple in there, which like one of them is called Monsters and Mazes.
Wha- No, one of them is called Maze and Monsters, MAIZE and Monsters, which
IP
is a
infringement. Hey,
no,
there's
no, no,
lawyers right behind you.
no. It's not
Nope.
Mazes and Monsters. It's Maze and Monsters. It's a little
Oh,
Maze,
parody.
man, corn, dude. And it
right.
has the best art. I absolutely still love that piece.
Which piece?
Well, the piece that in the
Oh, Maze Girl. Oh, yeah. I don't think that was for that though. I think that's in the main.
No,
I
I know,
like
but
Maze
I'll
Girl,
always remember
too.
it because of that.
Right.
Is my mind was you call it Maze and Monsters and someone's throwing corn out of their hands, dude. It's just the way it is.
it's
Yeah,
not
we
corn.
can put the. It is corn. It's Maze.
Maze, sorry.
Maze.
Corn's for feed.
Yeah, we got that one, and we got the Hidden Shrine of Tamakanas, which is basically
Tamakanas.
my name jumbled up.
I wonder who thought that was funny.
I did. That was
You do?
Yeah.
hysterical.
Actually,
No,
I remember,
everybody does that.
I remember telling Bill, and Bill was real excited.
Yeah, he loved that name. He thought it was hysterical.
That's his
So-
favorite of the old.
Yeah,
old
we're gonna have
stuff.
the hidden shrine of Chaz pretty soon.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yikes!
That's the only way we can mix up your name, Zach.
Chaz.
Oh,
Chaz.
Yeah,
Chaz.
that's right, Chaz.
Yeah.
We could do Chaz, totally.
You kids.
No, we can't help it. So, Tom,
Yeah, what is my next
backed any
project?
Kickstarters lately besides Tawal?
Do I have any? Have we backed any lately?
You backed any?
Let's see. I backed the Indiegogo for Whole Rainbow Mage.
Well, besides those,
You mean
if you don't back those, you get
Um,
you
fired.
mean this?
I did. I backed that. I
Ooh.
backed. I did back Stefan's latest Dwarven Forge one.
I don't
Um,
have that one up here on the screen because I don't want to take away from his backer count.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't need us.
Did I know I backed one of the pace setter ones. I can't remember if it was this one or the last one. So
Just
Did-
just say both out loud. Ben won't say.
Did you back the phylactery?
I may not have, to be honest.
You better fix that, dude.
You have 6
sorry.
days.
Okay.
Factory was
I have 6
awesome.
days.
It really
Right.
was. It was one of my favorite projects from last year because he kept it very simple, but every detail was cool. It was impressive.
Is that Levi's one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you,
okay.
you have to swear before you say his name, though, or he won't hear you.
Oh, okay.
So, speaking of that and talking about Gen Con, you are frequently in some of the large bar games that go on
Mhm.
at Gen Con,
I
notably Lou Agresta's werewolf game.
am.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So
that.
we found, and by we, I mean Zach found,
It was like
Okay.
a moth to a flame.
Oh, okay.
we found
Oh,
this.
shitty werewolf.
And
Nice.
we're going to dive into this and investigate it
Oh,
because
absolutely.
because this sounds like something we would be into, like the wolf, the
Right.
swearwolf saying "eat nards." I pretty much think
love
Now, is it called the Swearwolf, or did you
Yeah,
make that name
Swearwolf.
up?
No, it says right there.
swearwolf.
Oh, it says
right
the
there.
Swearwolf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't see it. It's kind of small on my screen. Oh, wow.
Does
Well,
it
that's
play
how many
just
backers
like
do they have?
werewolf but shittier?
No. That's actually pretty accurate the way that the 3-panel comic went.
Cool
Yeah.
rules for cool wolves. The fun police nerd, the socially
The
awkward
mansplainer.
friend, the mansplainer, distracted dick, the
I'll
shitty American in
I'll take
London.
the RAM, man.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is great. Regular ass motherfucker. That's Alyssa Fadden right there.
Vegan straight edge kid. I even know that guy.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is a definite for me.
Actually, I modeled one of the characters in the card game after her,
After who?
after Alyssa.
Of
Oh,
course
that's
you
what I
did.
was thinking of. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a miniature enthusiast who's nearly 100% sure her miniature collection is complete.
Yeah, sure it is.
You're right. I'm sure
Oh,
that's the whole
this
joke.
This is
I just talked to her for a
fantastic.
long time today because she got an Oculus VR set.
Oh, okay.
And I
She's
just want
liking
to
it.
say it out loud here. Jack Cull, you're going down in the Versus game. in Beat
Oh, the
Saber.
gauntlet's been laid. The gauntlet
That's
has
right.
been
I'm
dropped.
going to show him who's boss for until he gets good.
Wow. How many backers do they have on this?
Not enough.
Oh, what's the funding goal?
Oh, it's funded. It's
Oh,
gonna
it's
happen.
funded. Okay, so Shitty Wolf will be a reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. See, once again, Tom, you're jumping ahead of yourself.
Okay. Well, somebody will get enough money to supposedly make Shitty Werewolf come alive.
Giving them $40, just knowing that my heart was in the right place for this.
Okay.
Is worth it. It's
Yeah.
kind of like,
Okay. Let's
patronage
look
without
at
strings.
let's look at the pledge levels.
So what do I get for, like, say if I want to go all? What's the whole hog here?
The whole hog is $25, and you get
$25.
and you get a custom art card, which I think we're all gonna do.
I'm doing it right now.
I think you should.
I'm going to.
This is fantastic.
No, it is.
Oh my god.
No,
Prettiest
it should be a Kickstarter project we love. I bet it's not.
prettiest princess games.
It is what?
Prettiest princess game.
I just saw it click up. Wasn't it like at 1900 before? Now it's at 2155.
I don't know. It's
I
from
can't
New
buy it that
Haven,
many times, so
Connecticut.
no.
That's sort of in your ballpark.
Shitty Werewolf. Wow, I gotta. You know what? That art is. I gotta say. It
I
is
want it on my
incredible.
wall.
No, it's. You know what? It's kind of like I don't know how to say it. It's like putting out music that's deliberately kind of crappy, and it turns out it's so bad that you like it.
We backed another zine
Okay.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like this.
Well, it hadn't shown up yet, though.
No,
Ah.
it
But it was
probably
equally
won't.
had swear words. And it was obviously done by a guy with a Sharpie and just piece of paper. And it was
Mhm.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Okay, so let's go through Hall of Rainbow Mage. We have 8 hours left. If you haven't backed this, do I even know you?
Get on board.
I've seen the layout and it's really good, by the way. And the all the adventure was like, this was started a long time ago. And so there has been pretty smooth for the project management side, and you'll be very pleased with what you get because like the cover from Michael Sergos was done like a year ago. And we looked at it like, well, do we need an update? Oh, no, it's great. It's actually been a good project and a lot of fun. So
No,
and
art
except for
looks
that,
nice.
there's the Thundercats. Sorry, the He-Man cat. People asked about that. If we sold the IP. We did not.
He-Man.
His name is Cringer.
Oh, okay. What was his in He-Man? I don't remember.
Well, 'cause you're too old for He-Man. I keep forgetting how old you are.
No, I remember He-Man.
No, sure.
All right, and now since we're talking about art, we're going to go to some of our art
About art?
friends.
Okay.
We know this guy.
Oh yeah, yes we do. He he streams every night. I hear him playing Middle Earth, Shadows of Middle Earth stuff for hours.
Oh,
My
wow.
wife watches his show. He's a good dude.
We know this guy.
Ed
He's a
Bickford.
really good dude. Who he actually last week, Skeeter, when we highlighted his stuff, he wrote me a nice little note saying how grateful he was.
Yeah,
We were nice to the
he
combo
sent
people.
me a message and called me a fucker, so I appreciated that.
Oh.
That was outstanding.
He recognizes quality when he sees it.
Yeah, yeah. No, to be perfectly honest, he did not do that. But
Yeah, he
I
very-
like
he's
to
very
say that he
clarified.
did. And
No, he's
then
very nice and his stuff's great.
and then we got this person who's never on
Who?
Twitch anymore.
Alyssa with an F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why aren't you
Alyssa
on?
AAF.
Yeah. And now Zach's favorite portion of Goddammit Zach, we're gonna go through where I make him spend money.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Oh,
some of that
okay.
stuff showed up this week, dude.
Oh, did it?
Is that Tales of Pride?
It is Tales of Pride,
That's what the fairy one, right? It's a pretty fairy princess.
an RPG anthology for pretty fairy princesses.
Oh, that's got to be totally backed. It doesn't look like it's funded though.
It is 40% funded with 1 day to go. I
Uh-oh.
don't think it's gonna make it.
Uh-oh. How much does it need? Maybe we need a
Well, let's keep going down because there might be other ones that desperately need it. Like, for example,
there's a
Pound
venture
Blue, I want
capitalist.
to get for Skeeter.
4,000 goal.
Oh boy.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I like the art's
I'm
actually kind of
sorry.
coolish.
Yeah.
All right, so what other ones you got to pull up there, Skeeter?
We have Elder Dice. I cannot suggest
them?
these highly enough. No, I got the very first round of these.
Hmm.
I ended up getting like 5 different sets.
Because you need that.
Well, they talk to me.
Hmm. So what are the elder dice made of? Are they just like
They're
polyhedral plastic
made
dice?
of the tears of the faithful.
Okay.
Yeah. And a
No,
little bit of resin.
they have cool mythos stamping on them.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, you can
Yeah,
see
that
Oh,
stuff
the
is
those
a
are
lot more.
okay. All right.
Haven't you heard Lovecraft's not cool anymore?
you shut your
Oh.
bitch mouth.
I'm gonna moan. Bitch and moan.
Oh,
Bitch and moan.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
we're
That's
playing it
my
right now.
That's my first complaint.
I backed Twilight 2000 on that list. That's one I do recognize. I did.
Okay.
Phylactery 2. He's got 6
Yeah.
days left.
Hey, you know what? I've heard something about that just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just talking about that,
Now,
right?
the Twilight 2000 is by Free League, the guys who did the Alien game.
Okay. Looks like it's funded.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Very funded. Very,
Oh,
very
all
funded.
right.
But like
Okay,
the Alien game
here's
was so
where the whole
awesome.
thing's going to blow up. I'm going to push this load more, and now
No.
I'm going to end up
Oh boy.
somewhere.
Wait, is that
Hey,
is
whoa,
that
hey, whoa,
whoa,
hey, go back.
Is that sexy business on the bottom?
Where?
I don't know.
It was
what
on
you're
the bottom
talking
of the
about.
previous screen.
Keep go. Hey, whoa.
What?
You did
There it
cast
is.
Oh,
again.
yeah,
On the
there you
bottom.
go. Sexy business.
Well, why am I sitting here looking at your screen? I should be backing stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything is just loading on here, so I'm going to go back to the top where we were. Okay. Hey, 3D printable tabletop accessories. So tell us about your latest Kickstarter there, Tom Tullis.
And where'd you get the hair?
Yeah. Why do you have
I
hair
stole
now?
it.
And in a sense of decency.
Did you
all the
3D
things you
print
read.
it?
Yeah, it was 3D printed. It took only about 3 hours,
Nice.
and then I was emerged from that as Tom Tullis reborn with hair and a conscience.
Well,
I don't know
you
about
always gotta
that.
go back to the hair, man.
Okay.
You can find consciousness again later. Hey, Skeeter, you don't let me share a screen here because you control this stream like a iron fist.
Yes, that is true.
Will you open that up so I can share a screen?
No,
Okay.
because that will screw up the entire layout of everything that
That's
is
what
done.
the point was, damn you.
Yeah. No. See,
It's fun to watch when he melts down. He kind of like
you
comes
gave
like-
up control, and now you're not getting it back.
Well, all I want to do is show. I don't even want to run it. Hey, sharp edge inclusions with what is that dice one?
I just want to see you try and say it.
I'm not going to.
You want to see this one?
The
Yes,
swamps
please.
of Moro Hell.
I know we have a bunch of people that like the clickety clack math rocks.
Oh, okay.
I bought a game called I think it's called Dirty Words. It came with 32 dice with words on them, just so I could put it in my dice bag.
Okay.
So yes, we like dice.
You know, dice are cool. I have a pretty nice collection of dice at this point. So.
In the office, Matt and I bought like a silverware case, like a wooden silverware case from like Goodwill for $5.
Mm-hmm.
Filled it full of dice.
Oh wow,
Nice.
nice.
Okay,
Nice.
and as normal, it totally screwed up all of the stuff. So we're done with this now.
No, wait, no. There's so many good ones to go.
Back this one.
Yes, back that one.
Yes, please
Everyone.
back this one. Back it if you haven't backed it yet. But we're actually doing pretty well. So
No,
Yeah.
it's doing great, and I think that we were nervous earlier in the year. This was supposed to go in February,
right.
and it was because of the COVID, and we wanted to make sure that it
Damn
got the
COVID!
Mm.
and we want to make sure it got the attention it deserved because it's really great art. There's a lot of great art.
Oh yeah.
And I think that it has an appeal to it. 'Cause it's been done a couple different times, and people remember it. People remember it's Tomocon, I can't remember how to say that one. C1 from TSR, and people talk about Maztica, and it had 3 modules to it. That was it, but they remember it. So,
Mhm.
Well, it was
plus you have
different.
badass monsters.
Yeah, actually, Tim did most of the new monsters for this book. I have to give him the credit for that.
He
was
doesn't
the
watch
one
the
who-
internet, so you don't have to do that.
No, he'll look at it sometime when I see him next. When I meet him in Staten Island somewhere.
No one's going to meet anybody there right now, dude. Escape from New York time.
You know, it's crazy in our state. We have all the people from New York are coming here to buy property because
Because
They
New
want
York has become escape from New
right.
York.
They want to get out of the city because
Well, because the Duke of New York's rough, man.
yeah, yeah. So they're all coming to New Jersey now, and prices are going crazy because everyone's like trying to buy up anything they can find.
You know, Mike Badalotto said that. He said all of a sudden houses in Texas are getting popular. I'm like, you know, you all made fun of Texas forever.
They're
Now
still making
everyone's
fun of Texas.
Yeah,
yeah, well,
true, indeed.
you
That's-
should. They drive around with horns on their car.
Well, that's because people don't want to homestead because Texas is so big. There's still giant plots of land that have nothing on it.
A huge place founded by people in debt. That's Texas. So
That
anyway, so the Staten Island of all places, you go there?
Well, that's where he lives.
Oh, he lives there. Oh, that makes that.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, he lives.
I didn't think anybody lived there.
No, there are people who live there, and I have a friend of mine who lives there. Who used to work with me. He's a rip. Oh, he's the funniest guy you'll ever meet. He's like, he's a leftover from Woodstock, so he's still.
Oh boy.
His big thing is he will only travel places where pot is legal. If it's not legal, he won't go.
Well, nowadays he's gonna have to go a lot more places.
Right. That's why he's like, but he's big into that. He's like, everywhere he goes, he samples the local
Weed.
whatever they have there.
You
So
didn't have to have it legal to do that. I think that people do that all the
no,
time.
you didn't. I think it makes him feel less guilty about doing it. So
If he's a hippie, he shouldn't feel guilty at all.
Well,
This
as
seems
long
like a
as
made-up
he's
story,
got a
Tom.
conscience
it's
about
not.
it.
It's true. I can introduce you to him.
I don't need to.
All
It's
right.
fine. No, so what was the best part about doing the writing and then the project management? What are your favorite parts of both phases of TWAL? Which you should be backing since Skeeter's screen can't show you the Kickstarters.
The best part about the project managing was designing the art, was picking out what I wanted for pieces. And I have to say, every piece I asked for came out exactly what I was asking for. There was
It's
nothing
very colorful.
Nothing that was
the
sent
palette
back.
is nice.
I gave them very detailed instructions on what I wanted, and everyone filed them, and it came back, and I was, blown away by how cool it was. The best part of writing this was actually creating the entire island and its background and the history.
And
That
with all
was
your
the coolest
background in
part.
those perilous vistas, it was an accurately done tropical island that came up from the volcano with certain kinds of wind speeds and
Yeah.
man.
I incorporated some stuff from Perilous Vistas into this. So there's a weather table, and there's there's a little bit of like fauna and flora and telling you about it and all of that stuff. But I tried to like have the island kind of grow naturally, but there are some parts that are kind of like, well, it's cool to have it, so we're gonna do it anyway.
magic.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Magic.
So
No, the funnest part though was, did you read the part about the hags thing? Did you?
That was pointed out to me actually by maybe Harkness.
Okay. All right. So there's one part of the book where there's this place where all these hags gather together when there's a blood moon, and they bring their meal with them, but their meal is still alive while they bring it, and they have basically a cook-off. So they just take pieces at a time, and fry it up or grill it, and while they're
Dexter.
person's there, is just sitting there, they just eat and compare it. So I thought that was pretty crazy, and I told my wife that, and she just goes, "You're like disturbed. What is wrong with you?"
You are disturbed.
I know, but that's why I can produce this stuff.
Well, that's why I
I'm
took you out
disturbed.
with Alex and John Pearson, dude, because I knew you were disturbed.
Yeah, that was a nice meal. That was an amazing meal that night.
I thought we were going to tacos. I really did.
Well, you had Alex, so
Well, I know, that's what I thought. And then all of a sudden, we're somewhere where the wine flight's $1,000.
right. And I was
And I
like,
have $12 in my pocket.
yikes. Yikes.
No, anyway, it's a great time. But no,
what's with all
I'm not-
this fancy food? When Jen and I went out with Tom, we had tapas.
That's
I
right.
mean,
We got it's Gen Con
totally
the one
other
year.
end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
well, I had one of the things we had was sheep testicle. It was part of the actual dinner.
Yeah.
That is a
So
hard
aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they called it sweetmeat, right? They called it
Yes,
something
they are,
else.
but I knew exactly what it was. I was going to call it what it is.
Yeah, I knew what it
call
was
it
too,
dope.
but I was like, it was a very unique meal, I have to say. It was like what was it, 10 courses?
10 small courses, and it went on for a long time.
Yeah, and there was like different wine with each course.
Yeah,
Like a
my wife
different
was actually
glass.
kind of drunk. The only time I've seen her that way in 20 years.
Yeah.
No,
that-
mine was done by the time when she didn't realize, looked at the wine and goes, "Is that white or red?" I said, it looks pretty red to me. Oh, okay. So I knew she was done by that point.
Time to tap out.
Yeah,
No.
time to, you know what? I'll
But
be
I
drinking
met,
that for
just to
you.
be fair, I did meet Tom at a Burger King. The first time when I met you at Game Con. You came
Oh,
up to
okay.
the booth early. We went straight to Burger King with Bad Mike. Because
Oh, all
there
right.
you go.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
Yep.
So, Skeeter Green,
Yes,
I
sir.
have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
Um, are we going to have, uh, damn it, oh, one of the artists on from the Wall? Didn't we talk about having Adrian on?
What?
No.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, you were
We
the guy
did.
who runs the show. Unless
We did
Tom's
not
running.
have that conversation.
Okay.
We
Sorry.
can absolutely have Adrian on. I would love to have Adrian on.
I
He
don't
did a
believe.
great
I'm pretty
job.
sure.
That's his cover that you're looking
No,
at
it
right
is. It's
now.
great. And we have Casey's got a really good stable of people that he actually is able to bring great stuff from. Because Tom, you got to be here at the best part when you work with Casey to get it all, so you know it's in the right kind of framing and you know the space for what you need everywhere. Before it was just me. I just said I need a picture of Dragon, please, and Black Drone, please, preferably, and it would come back and be happy if it worked.
Right.
Yeah.
Trained
No,
people
no.
with good staff really does make a difference. I'm glad you enjoyed the process.
Yeah, no, it worked out pretty well. It worked out pretty well. So am I project managing it again, or am I writing again? You said the
Uh,
next project.
I'll tell you about your horrible job soon.
Okay.
You're going to be a project manager.
No.
I
Oh boy.
I know exactly the way Zach said that because I have said that to people. So you're going to be a project manager.
Pex needs an
Mm.
assistant, sir.
Oh, I
Oh,
couldn't be Pex's assistant. Pex was showing me some of the stuff he was doing. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. He was doing message board posts in Hungarian.
He
He was
was, and
using
actually, he got back some kind of response that was basically an insult from all the Hungarian D&D community.
yeah, pretty much. It was something basically
He's
go
beloved by
quiet
the
guy.
Danes.
Right. Right. I was like, how in the world do you do this? How do you find these groups? It was like,
Well, the best part is that two of our partners or staff and partners are Hungarian. So I
right.
told Pex, like, if you made them mad, you also made Susie and Edwin really annoyed.
Mm.
Hungarians don't forget, dude. They're from Transylvania.
wow, you have just offended an entire group of people.
No, I have not. I'm right on this because my experience is very clear. Ask Susie.
Well, Tom is Knaussssssssssss, so I mean
True.
we can find that out from him directly.
I was
Yeah.
Transylvania, Tom.
Transylvania, I believe, is in Romania. And it's not in Hungary.
Well, it used to be in Hungary. It goes back and forth. The Carpathians are kind of.
Well, it could have been part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire at one time, but
Well, I think it was everything except for like fun place to be. Anyway,
Craziness. Yes, we could totally have Adrian on. He can talk about these covers. He did Crypt of the Science
Colin.
Wizard.
Yeah, I think Colin would be good too.
So,
yeah, Colin did the other. He did the other cover, the main book cover for this one.
Yeah.
And did a great job. But both of them are great. I mean, that's an amazing job. He did everything I asked and got it right. And
This has turned out so well. I'm really glad you chose to do this one, and then you were willing to spend the time and put up with us going, okay, next month. It's all good. What days are going to launch? And then Kickstarter had waited 7 days.
yeah,
and then it went. But this is going to be really good.
Why did your Kickstarter wait 7 days?
Because we changed the email that company used because somebody wasn't getting it. That was used to get email. We needed to get the actual email.
Well, yeah. When I got my Kickstarter in for review, it took 6 seconds.
No,
I was like, what?
when your funding goes a certain level, it didn't even look. It just does a bot thing check for like bad language. But
wait, hold on. How did Shitty Werewolf then go under the radar?
Because it was less than $5,000 for a goal.
Yeah,
Okay.
their
So-
goal is only like $400.
So they don't care. So wait, if you make a product that's like in your funding goal is only like $4,000, you can put whatever you want. But what if you like do gangbusters? They don't care.
Well, they have for terms of service that are very clear that if they can go in and change that on you at any time if they find something wrong.
Right.
But they don't have the staff and stuff to review, I think, after the bot flags it, to
Mhm.
all the projects that actually show up. So
Okay.
But they do a good job. I'm very happy with Kickstarter. I think that they have a hard one because a million people get angry at them when I don't deliver my copy of Shitty Werewolf or whatever. Being the
Why are
middleman.
we disparaging Shitty Werewolf? That is going to be
We're not.
the
I just
Rosetta
I'm
Stone
just using it
of
as
our
an
time.
example.
I didn't want to use Tawal as the one that didn't show up. I had to use something else that was quick on the brain. No, but I think that the delays on the bigger projects are a good idea though anyway, because it keeps stuff from really being. You can make you could be you could be the guy. Who's the guy who did Nice Dinner Table?
Who did what?
Ken Whitman.
Ken Whitman?
You could be him, and
Oh.
that's what they're trying to avoid. So
You mean the RPG pencils?
Yes, RPG pencils, Traveler, Wayward Traveler, or Spinward
Yeah.
Traveler.
He's a
I think there's like
fuckhole.
5 of them out there.
Oh yeah.
that never
No,
go
there's a bunch
full.
of them.
Yeah.
But he had a comic book shop that he stole from somebody.
Right. I remember
Allegedly.
reading that. I remember reading that.
oh boy. So anyway, on to other scoundrels. Skeeter Green,
Yes, sir.
what are your plans for your Kickstarter? I thought it was coming. Some people keep telling me it's going to happen any day.
Well, if you see my stylish banner that I put right under your name on the page, is the SGP Kickstarter is September 1st.
That is the most awesome mix of fonts I've seen in a while. Chuck Wright just died.
I think
that's nice.
that Chuck and Alla and
Susie.
Susie and everybody who is a font nerd, I think I have offended them across the board.
Oh, I'm sure that's absolutely true.
You know,
And
I
They get
had,
offended by bad kerning. You don't even know what kerning is.
I have the standard Comic Sans offense.
Mhm.
I decided to go
Little
both.
papyrus.
Yeah, little papyrus in there, little super and subscript. I mean, come on, why not? Yeah. So actually, and I was thinking about it, I might do a live Facebook thing a few minutes before I push the button for the Kickstarter.
You
just,
should.
just to do it. Maybe
Why
I'll get some of my friends in the RPG world to get in that little watch party.
Okay, well,
with
now I
me.
don't believe it anymore.
I don't either. Yeah, no, that's Tuesday.
Well,
Oh,
this is
next
the
week.
first person I've known
Fingers
that's
crossed.
made a DCC one.
Yep.
good luck.
DCC and MCC.
MCC.
Well, I knew a guy who did MCC
It's a
stuff, though.
combination. Well, yeah, no, but it's dual statted in there, so you can use it
Cool.
for either or
Well, I
both.
think that's pretty damn awesome, Skeeter Green.
Well,
You
thank
try
you very
something new
much.
next time?
Rocks.
What?
You're gonna write a new adventure next to follow up.
Yes. So after this, after Crypt, in the beginning of 2021, assuming we survive the rest of 2020.
Well, you could do Rap and Attic 2 with us.
Nope. I'm gonna do. I have a mutant diseases book that's coming out, and then I have a mutant.
Where that inspired from.
I have a mutant monster book that's following up after that, and then Crypt of the Science Wizard level 2 at the end of
Ooh.
next year. So
Nice.
hopefully 3 releases next year.
That's ambitious, man.
Mm.
It is ambitious, but I'm
No, I
writing
did
most of
my
it
stuff.
now.
Even the small modules always took forever. So,
Yeah, it does. So
Tom, can I ask what's up for you next? Because we won't let you go away.
oh no.
Like I said, I'm going to try and crank out my card game. Working
We can't
on
take that one though.
Hmm?
We can't take that one with the new imprint.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make my own little company. I already had the name of it, but I'm not going
I-
to say it yet. But
Why, bitchy company? My bitchy company? Is that what-
no. It's not that. It's something else. But
Oh.
yeah, so I'll do that, and then whatever Frog God gives me. So whatever
Oh, don't say it like that.
whatever pain I'm going to have to
my blood
endure
pressure
next.
just kind of went up and got excited.
Yeah.
Frog God says, huh?
You're going to be a project manager from now on.
Oh,
No.
you should be Rap and Attic too.
No. I will not be a project manager from now on. I will. This was good. It was my baby. I got to do it, but
I think
I'm
when
happy
you
to
do,
be a writer.
it will be really interesting to see what it's like when you go back to just writing and how it affects you. Have seen the whole process.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because you do realize how much goes into it and how much
Well, how
how
much
many
those
steps there
middlemen
are.
that robbing all you hardworking writers actually have to do work too.
Right, where you turn it over to the editor, and actually it was kind of cool. I do turn things over to Jeff, and he gets them back pretty quickly, so it's good.
Jeff is a machine.
Yeah,
He
he
is
is.
a
He's more
he
machine
has
than man now.
he has been a workhorse for Frog God Games for a long time now.
And he is absolutely seems anonymous, but everybody sends stuff to him all the time. He comes right back perfectly.
Yeah. No, he does a
I
great
think he's
job.
really like a robot. He must be.
Or
Or
he could have some
AIs.
clones.
He's
who
an
do the work
artificial
for him, too.
He
intelligence.
came to Texas one year. He's also a really nice guy too. So
Yeah.
not only smart, effective, he's also nice. So we have to get rid of him. So,
Nah, we can just ruin him.
Why? What's the
Burnish
quota
him
on
up a
nice
little bit.
people?
0.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll see you. Thanks. It was nice working here.
No, you're with us. It's too late now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Pex doesn't even meet the ratio. I have to be nice to him. It says so. It's just, so it's written.
No one believes
Pex is a
that.
machine. I cannot give you enough kudos for Pex. He's
Okay,
amazing.
stop it now.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna.
But when some guy these guys are the guys I was on the last night were real comedians. These guys were had these credits, and I was reading them holy crap.
As
And they're
opposed to
oh, well, your
clowns around
agent
with
reached out to us. My agent? What are you talking
Well,
about?
here's the best part is that Pex does not impress by anybody. He'll ask anybody for any favor, no problem.
Yeah, no, and I can't do that. I would just be like,
oh shit!
Spam
I
the
never
entire
do
Fresno
that.
board. All of them. Everybody on there he spammed it with the Discord invite, 40,000 people.
Oh, is that what you got the letter for?
No, we got Jeff Alvarez called Bill.
Right.
And was asking a lot of questions about Discord, and Bill didn't know what Discord was.
Right. It's what are you talking about?
Maybe
What's
I should
Discord?
hire Pex to be my agent because I hate doing that shit.
He's good.
No, he's very good. He's a
Now
machine.
sometimes he talks back a lot. He's not very dutiful in terms of his respecting his elders, but that's okay.
That's all right. You light somebody on fire a couple of times, they shape right up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the good news is that once he gets witty, I just pulled the boss card. So
Nice.
just because you're young and uppity doesn't mean I can't give you worse work.
Yeah.
He's not as young as he looks, though. I was shocked when he told me his age. I thought he was 15 when I met him at North Texas.
Well, he has a lot of energy for that. So
Yeah, he's actually
Yeah.
17.
what's enough of the Peck show?
I know. I was like, holy crap. I said, you graduated. You're not graduating high school this year, are you? So,
No, not with the COVID.
no.
Peter Green,
Yes, sir.
you were in the first chat, the comment section when Peck brought up the picture of the Baby Yoda.
Yes.
I bought a Baby Yoda poster like that to put in the bathroom that Bat and I have at our office.
Nice.
I'm going to put "Be Nice to Pex" on it. So,
I think you should.
no, I did. It's already there.
Oh, nice.
Reminds us every day to be nice to him. I think it's awesome.
Oh, we gotta love Pex. All right.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up. We are at our 1 hour mark. In closing, I have a few comments I want to make. Zach always hates it when people get political, and I'm gonna try and keep this not political.
I'm not even talking politics.
We have a lot of gamer friends in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is having some troubles right now. So everybody who is from Wisconsin or has loved ones there, please be safe. We have a lot of friends down in the southeastern U.S. that's getting hammered by hurricanes. Please be safe. And out in California, a good friend of all of ours, Luke Gygax, is actually fighting the fires. And Jen Combs, wife of our buddy Levi Combs, is taking care of people and trying to fight back the COVID scare. So all of you people, thank you very much. Be
Yeah,
safe.
really. I feel bad
what
now
you can.
complaining about
Yeah.
spreadsheets.
So I just wanted to say that. And Tom, in closing,
Back the Kickstarter. Don't make me come find you and back it.
he will bite you in the neck and drain your blood.
No,
Only at night,
might,
though.
but I'll be honest with you. I hope it does real well so we can make him project manage again. That's really my goal here.
Yeah, no kidding. No good deed
Because I need someone to be
unpunished.
COO someday.
Yeah, we're gonna move you up the corporate ladder.
No. Hey.
Uh-oh. That's probably not a
You
good
have my
idea.
job. I'm going nowhere. I'll roll
Zach?
back downhill.
In closing,
Me?
You are Zach.
The
No,
other
you
Zach.
actually, the way
Okay,
you had the screen
Chaz.
set up, you're pointing off. Anyway, I'm in closing. We've had a good week. A lot of people supported Frog Guy. It's been really nice. Soon, it's going to go full circle. Skeeter Green and I are going to be working on this a little bit. For the Crucible of Freya's 20 year,
Okay,
things
nice.
happened. That's been a long time, and I'm surprised that people have such fond memories of it because so much stuff has come out between then and now that it's cool to revisit it a little bit. And I'm looking forward to that. And other than that, we are busy making lots of books, and it's been a pretty good time. There's no hurricanes, no fires, and no giant insurrections or whatever. So I'm doing okay here.
And Zach's in Arizona, the only safe place.
Well, no, it's because
Except
I can
for the
take in the sun.
172-degree weather.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I know. But there's no hurricanes.
Yeah.
It feels pretty good now. So,
All right, everybody.
all right, guys.
We will see you next week, and look for a Kickstarter next Tuesday. Adios,
Oh,
people.
Tuesday.
Bye.